Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. Veer-Zaara? Veer-Zaara. Another movie that's come out onto Prime. Yeah, this is supposed to be an older Indian movie. Apparently it's about how love can be tried, and you just have to be patient with it, and you'll get what you want. I'm not entirely sure. So, I think this is also the same as the Eek 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 the Tiger, except instead of them being spies, one's just from India, one's from Pakistan. Yeah, that's I guess they're just both from the same locations. Apparently they do not like each other. What happens is the grandmother dies to the Zara, I believe her name was, or what's her name? Veer. I can't remember which was which. Okay, the female is from Pakistan. So her grandmother dies, and her grandmother's from India. Basically, asks her granddaughter if she'll take her ashes to some river in India so she could be with her ancestors. And she takes on that pilgrimage by herself, and then she runs into the Indian who's a pilot, a rescue pilot on a chopper. So basically, he basically saves her, and yeah, then their love of a day starts from there, or love of 2 days. He spends 1 day helping her get to where she needs to go, and then he asks her, as a thanks, would he spend a day with her? And he takes her to his family. Yeah. It wasn't exactly entertaining, I gotta say. It was just like, everything that happened, just like, okay. And then he's willing to sacrifice himself for her. It's just like he's talking about how he's willing to do anything for her. He basically ends their conversation and just like, no matter what, I'm willing to lay down my life for you or whatever. And that basically breaks her down and realizes that there's someone out there who's willing to lay down her life for her, a man of all things, because that's not expected. Men aren't supposed to lay down their lives for their wives or for women. It's supposed to be the other way around, culturally. I have to plug that in. I don't want to get anyone angry at me just because I'm saying things that that sound barbaric. Okay, just culturally. Okay, just give me that. And it's an older movie, so don't judge everyone. Yeah, but it's just like, so he ends up falling in love with her. He ends up trying to go and get her. He ends up getting arrested because he's telling this whole story from a jail cell. And, okay, this is where I start to have issues. This is where I really start to have issues. He's being basically interrogated by an attorney who's going to fight for his release. And he's telling her the characters' names, the girl's name, everything. If he was using fictitious names, I could understand. But no, he's telling her everyone's names, everything. And instead of doing a good attorney's job and backing up his story with facts, she takes it all at face value. She's like, okay, so that's the case. That's the case. Because if she would have known, like, backed everything up as he was saying it, she would have found out that the woman he fell in love with didn't end up marrying. She ended up, when she found out he was dead, because when he was arrested, the bus he was on crashed, so she assumed he died. When she found out that happened, she went off to live with his parents to continue his dream. And he suffered in prison for 20 years to allow her to live her dream, not to affect her name in any bad way, because she didn't want her to have poison on her name. It's just like, what? What? So it's just like, this attorney did absolutely none of her job, because they're literally in the courtroom and she's having to back up all the facts. She's having to look for things at that point. It was just like, you didn't do this before? He could have lied to you just for giggles. Just for S's and giggles. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, just for S's and giggles. He could have just lied to you. It just like, prisoners, inmates do that. They come up with fictitious stories. Don't just take it at face value. So this is like the huge, just like, this is the stupidest thing ever. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like, Indian movies, they tend to not know what they want to be. Sometimes they do a great job with it. They do a great job with it. But this one was just like a romance to Romeo and Juliet type situation. Then I guess he's basically telling the story from the jail cell. And then it turns into like a courtroom drama with a very stupid attorney who's on her first, I guess that's how they explain it. It's just like, oh, this is her first trial. This is her first trial. Yeah, don't make her anyone else's attorney. She's just terrible. I mean, that's the first thing you do is you make sure. Okay, yeah, but that's about it. So it was just like one of those, Well, why am I watching this? Why? Why? Can I skip this, or do I need to finish it? I've been coming across these a lot more, because after you've watched like all the good indie movies, it's time to get into the really? The really movies? Just because, just really? Okay. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.